Hello, everybody, and welcome to the new Turtle Club podcast. Today, I have with me Angel,
Hello.
Bryce,
Well,
and Bobby.
What's up, guys?
Alright, and today we're going to be talking about the new secret rares, the set 18 secret rare release reveals that we got, and we're going to talk about how they stack up in the current and upcoming meta. So how they do, just how they do against compared to like other secret rares, stuff like that. And then, so the first secret rare we're going to be talking about is Bardock, Origin of the Legend. It is a deflect double strike dual attack. Activate main, pay 3. If your leader card is a Saiyan card and your opponent has 3 or more energy, play this card from your hand and choose up to one of your opponent's cards and switch it to rest mode. That's its first ability, and the second ability is Activate Main, remove this card from the game, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier, and KO them. During your opponent's next turn, they can only attack one more time with battle cards. So, on first glance, it seems pretty strong, but I will pass it to the fellows to see what they think. Bobby?
Okay, sure. I think this is an interesting SCR in the sense that it has both offensive and defensive capabilities. And it's interesting because it can be played in any Saiyan leader, so you can splash this and give any color the yellow identity, I guess, to switch an opponent's card to rest mode. So that's good. You could want to put this in black and rest somebody's energy. That seems like it'd be pretty powerful. And the other activate main is also very good to KO cards in rest mode and or in barrier, and then your opponent can only attack one time with battle cards. So it all seems very strong. It's just how does it stack up to other SCRs is the issue. It runs into kind of the same problem that the Vegeta SCR Realm of the Gods runs into, where it seems like a great offensive powerhouse, but if you risk swinging with it, you'll lose the other activate main. So you just play this for 3 to floodgate your opponent the next turn and remove 2 cards. I guess that's pretty good, but I don't know if it outvalues some of the other ultimate options that you have. Angel, do you have similar opinion here?
Well, I just want to say real quick, I agree, and I was going to have us all go through our initial thoughts on seeing the secret rare, and then after that discuss how we think it's going to stack up. Sort of keep our thoughts separated.
Okay, so I think the card is fine, but not stellar for an SCR.
I agree.
Okay, so since he was passing it to me, I'll just say I think it's either 7.5, 8 out of 10. I'm not super impressed, but I think it's very powerful. Being able to tap energy in something other than yellow is pretty scary. And then floodgating as well, so to keep you safe from the crackback, that's nice. So I think it's probably stronger than it looks. And Bryce?
yeah, I mean, one, it's Bardock, and Bardock's pretty sick, so that kind of gives bonus points
True.
from that. Being a dual attack double strike that has basically any color identity, because every color does have a Saiyan in any way, shape, or form, is great. And then the ignoring barrier, floodgate part is cool. I think utility-wise, that this card is going to see play, so I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. I say very cool. Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a cool card in theory. I think it's definitely like sort of a Super Pycon situation where it's got good abilities, good, can't think of the word. It just seems good, but when you play it, it doesn't really stack up to why would you play it over the other secret rares we have in the format right now, which is what everybody got a chance to talk, right? You guys all aired your thoughts so far.
Comparing it to Super Pycon is not the highest of praise.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, it seems at the moment it kind of seems like just another mediocre kind of secret rare.
No, I think this is more than mediocre. I would say.
I think it's
Well,
on the upper. It's in the upper half of them for
I
sure.
would say if Yellow didn't have Piccolo Gohan, this is what you'd get.
that's yeah, kind of the where we're moving next. So, comparing it to other secret rares we have that you, like you said, Piccolo Gohan is kind of what's. Would you say that's what they're like running yellow decks right now? That Kai, Pan, like stuff like that.
Yeah, most definitely Piccolo.
How do you get? Start with Angel. How do you think it stacks up to the secret rares we have running around right now?
I think it's just below the high tier ones. Like it's just below Pan and Kai, with the top 3 or 4 being what would you say, Piccolo Gohan, not in any order, but Baby Hatch, Piccolo Gohan, Vegeta SCR, Pan and Kai. Those are like the upper echelon. This is like right underneath. It kind of does a little bit of what they all do. With the defensive abilities and the offensive abilities, but I think those other ones do still edge it out. But this one is almost completely generic, So that's pretty interesting in that regard. That's what 100%. I think.
I agree 100%.
Right.
All right, I'll throw it over to let's see what Bobby thinks.
I would say this SCR compares closest to the Supreme Kai of Time Brainwashed from Realm of the Gods, in that it's kind of offensive and defensive. It can do both. I just don't know what this sees play in. I guess there's probably some decks where you would want to play it, but the fact that the activate main only limits battle cards attacking one time, that's not the greatest floodgate in the current format. At least the Supreme Kai from Realm of the Gods really punishes them for swinging with battle cards or unisons. That would have been nice if unisons were included in this activate main. I just think this goes in the binder. I don't know where this slots in. A high tier yellow deck is going to play Gohan Piccolo. Red has a very good option in Vegeta, and then we'll talk about another one coming up. Blue also has great options. I don't think you play this in a black deck. 3 energy seems pretty steep. You have Kai or Pan or even the Supreme Kai at Time Brainwash, so I just don't know where this slots in. So I have a hard time thinking of it too highly. But it's a beautiful looking card. I like the art, and
yeah, I agree.
It just doesn't get there.
All right, Bryce.
Well, I can say that it's better than Super Bike Gohan, but probably
hating on my boy.
But not as good as Supreme Kai. I mean, everything's just too generic and cheap, and this is a bigger commitment than paying 2 energy. This is a 3 energy thing. That's not really not really punishing your opponent too much. The floodgate part's cool. The offensive part's cool, but compared to everything else, it's just not there at the moment.
It doesn't quite make the cut.
Maybe the Bardock stuff benefits this, or will benefit from this.
It is Bardock's crew, that's true.
Yeah. So maybe
if it's searchable, yeah.
The one thing this does have going for it is that it is a fairly generic SCR. So if you're more of a budget player and you pick up this SCR, you can play it in any Saiyan deck. So that at least has some utility.
Yeah, like a Heroine's Lineage, kind of like a Heroine's Lineage tier SCR. But accessibility wise, the energy tap is what's impressing me the most, to be honest.
Yeah, if Bardock caps energy on its own, like let's say there's a couple, like how U6 used to. Then you pay 3 and tap your opponent's last energy down. Like if there's energy tap in that deck, then maybe.
Yeah, I mean? Yeah. There could be something that we're missing without the context of the archetype. That's true.
I think that is all for the first secret rare.
Yeah.
Any last words?
Nope.
No, let's move on. Yeah.
All right, so we are moving on to the next in the lineup which is Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Sun Goku. I can't quite read the rest of the. Sorry, the picture's a little blurry.
Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Son Goku
United Divinity.
United
Divinity.
Divinity.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at that. See,
Very,
we were
very
united in that.
important that we get the card.
So
name
true.
right.
There you go.
He's got Deflect and Triple Attack. Permanent. For each card in your opponent's energy, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3. He is an 8 cost. 8 cost with 2 specified blue. You can't place cards on top of this card, another permanent. And then the auto, if your opponent has 4 or more energy when this card is played, switch all of your mono blue energy to active mode. Yeah, on first glance, in my opinion, just ridiculous card. There's like infinite amount of possibilities. Untapping, paying essentially 2 to untap upwards of 6, 7, 8 energy to continue your plays and keep throttling your opponent. Especially on a deflect, it's hitting the board no matter what. Triple attack, 40k triple attack, just ridiculous card. I'll start with Bryce this time. Thoughts?
I think that this is probably a 9 out of 10 SCR wise. There's just so much stuff you can do with this deck, especially in blue. Every blue deck right now just runs ginormous or like really good blue bombs, and this just extends that. You play a blue bomb, you play this, you untap all your energy, you play another blue bomb, and then your opponent just waves their hand just in the air. But it also has like early aggro pressure into it. I mean, your opponent's turn 2, this card is 2 energy. So you're playing a 40k triple attack on your opponent's turn 2. Or, right? Your opponent's turn 2? No,
Yeah,
your
they
turn.
just have
Yeah.
they just have to have 2 charged. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, aggro, great, fantastic. When we discuss about where this compares with the other SCRs in the meta, maybe opinions will change a little bit, but I think on paper this is an 8.5, maybe 9.
Definitely a very strong contender coming in hot from the new set. So, and throw it over to Angel. Why not?
Yeah. Leave Bobby's thoughts for last. He's
got
going to
the
be
most.
using this. I think compared to Baby Hatch, it'll be it's a tough choice. Baby Hatch being one of the best, if not the best, secret rares in the game. This is so strong that you could, it's there's an argument there now. This is a lot to deal with for anybody going up against blue. I mean, you like they were saying, you tap out board down to 2 and then play this, do some more nonsense. Plus, it's within itself a boss monster with the 40k triple attack. It's just to close out a game for blue. This is mana from heaven. United Divinity, dude.
Should
pass it to Bobby.
Mention this is the set 1 SCR? Like what
yeah, that's cool.
Comparative.
Yeah, Easter egg thing.
Yeah, funny little.
It looks cool. It looks like Godbreak. That's nice.
Big shout out Godbreak, the
Yeah.
first bomb. One of the first bombs.
Yeah,
But
one of the first 4. Yeah.
Bobby,
Yeah,
you're up.
I think this card is amazing. I play SS4 Vegeta ramp, so that's what they were alluding to, that this will be bonkers in that deck. I just think it's I don't know if it's well designed because it is super powerful, but just the premise that it kind of fits Blue's identity perfectly. By the way it's a bomb is that it gives you back more energy, which is what Blue wants. It just wants to use its energy. And the fact that it has triple attack over triple strike or something else, I think is also on brand for Blue, because what would be better than just dumping a Sensu Bean on this guy and swinging for 45 3 times? So there's an argument that this is being played over Baby Hatch, which is crazy in and of itself, and I just think it's kind of everything you'd want in a blue SCR. So 10 out of 10? I don't know. 9.75 out of 10?
Very
I think it's
close.
bonkers.
Definitely, definitely something to look forward to / be afraid of. But moving into how it compares to the other secret rares, like you guys were talking about Baby Hatch, I think it's gonna be tough. I think it definitely has the decks that you played in over Baby Hatch, but I think Baby Hatch is still gonna reign supreme in terms of the blue secret rare. I won't compare it to Super Pycon this time. But
Thank you.
that's all I really got to say. You know, there's not really any other, like, I don't think there's many. Is there another secret rare people, like a blue secret rare that people are playing right now?
Yeah, there's not much to compare it to because of
Yeah.
it's just when you're talking about blue, it's just Baby Hatch. That's why I threw it in there at the beginning because I mean, there's not much else to talk about in regards to the cards, how it stacks up. That's its competition, right? So
Yeah.
It's up. It's neck and neck though. In certain
100%.
decks, you're right. In certain decks, though, this is going to be the pick.
I agree. Bobby?
Yeah, I think they both can facilitate the same style of play, where they can both give you another turn, which is basically what Hatch does on defense, but you're not worrying about it getting Swift Retaliation coolered or maybe Golden Avengered. Whereas this, even if you play this offensively and untap all your energy, swing 3 times and pass, in blue you've probably got plenty of energy to now defend. And this has Deflect. I mean, it just doesn't cost me a card in hand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It will be interesting. I think it has the opposite effect as when Baby Hatch came out, because when Baby Hatch came out, people did not see it for its true value, whereas this just screams like, oh my god, this is busted.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people will still just play Baby Hatch for a while, at least until this card can break through and improve itself. I think Hatch is just so good. It'll be hard to give it up.
By the way, Bobby, I think would you mind giving a quick little rundown of Baby Hatch for maybe anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about?
Sure. So Baby
Just in
Hatch
case.
is a 8 cost, 40k ultimate, and essentially it's just a counterplay that you pitch a card and play it, and your opponent cannot attack for the rest of the turn with anything. So it is bonkers.
Just a
Essentially.
free, do your
free
crazy
negate.
turn,
Yeah.
and then in case you need that little bit of extra push to get through their offense, you just drop that on them, and they're done.
But essentially, what you're doing with Baby Hatch is saying, I'm going to take another turn, assuming you don't counter this. And this, for 2 energy, that's the same thing by resetting all of your energy. So it'll be interesting to see how this fits in.
I can see the upside is, though, that your opponent doesn't get to swing into Baby Hatch and say, well, I guess I'll leave everything untapped and try and defend here. It's the same turn that they pass to you. This comes down. They're still at the same amount of energy, same amount of cards in hand. And you're still taking 2 turns. So that's pretty scary.
And in these decks that have...
see what Bryce has to say. Sorry, Bobby.
Did you want to finish that, or?
I was just going to say in the decks that have ample amounts of energy, like SS4, where you could be untapping, 6, 8, 10 energy.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Dead Bobby finish this out because it's going to be quick. Is it better than Baby Hatch? In certain decks, sure. I think decks that you are playing multiple bombs and you're ramping your energy, like SS4, SS3. I want to say Trunks, even the new Trunks tech. I want to say stuff. I want to say stuff like that. This card is benefiting you more than Baby Hatch because ramp decks have access to Ready to Rumble and can freely use Ready to Rumble, and they benefit from the higher cost blue negates. And then you have this, so you can drop your 5-drop Zenkai Vegito. Play this, untap all of your energy, play Turning the Tide, play KO, and then, you know what I mean? So, I think ramp decks are going to benefit this. I think every other blue deck that doesn't ramp energy and kind of relies on their energy defensively is going to play Baby Hatch because, you don't have access to super defensive stuff and you don't have access to a lot of energy early like SS4 Vegeta does or SS3 Goku does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think they're tied. I think certain decks are going to benefit off one another, and
Yeah.
And
100%.
you only see this in mono blue decks.
Yeah.
Decks
Correct.
that are
Yeah.
still running multicolor will still prefer hatch, I assume.
Yeah. 100% of the time.
Yeah. All right. Any closing statements on our big fella?
Looks cool.
Possibly
Looks
the
cool.
god rare.
Probably.
talk about that
Yeah.
after.
Alright.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So moving on to the third and final secret rare of set 18, my favorite, SS4 Vegito, A Light in the Dark. Cost 8 energy, with 2 specified red, got deflect, over realm 6. I believe this is the first time we are seeing overrealm on a non-black card. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, you're right.
Your leader card is a leader card restriction. Leader card has to be a mono red Saiyan card. First auto, if you have 4 or more mono red energy, when this card is played, your opponent reveals their hand. You choose up to 1 battle card with 35 power or less from it, and your opponent discards it. Then choose up to 1 of your mono red leaders, and until the start of your next turn, it gets 10,000 power, and this card gains Quad Strike. So you're sitting with a free 40k Quad Strike with deflect. It
Mhm.
doesn't see for red. This is just an absurd card, you know. Pumping your leader, double beaning your leader, 40k quad on. It just, I don't know, man. Lost for words. I'll let Bryce talk about this one first.
I went first last time. Let Bobby have this one.
Oh, you were first last time. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
No,
Bobby.
you're good.
Oh, well, I'm going to be salty right off the jump that this is a red card and not a black card.
Yeah,
Hurts my feelings a little
make
bit.
it both. Like I don't understand. I mean, I guess I get it because I think black having access to this might be like imagine this is like VJax or something that hard black aggro, but
Red needed it.
no, red didn't need this at all. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying, Bobby. I think it should have been red and black, if anything.
That
So
would've been
I
very
guess
interesting.
the first thing to look at is you're not going to be allowed to play this in U7. So Vegeta will still be the king there. I'm also kind of over red looking at my hand and pitching cards. I find that to be an extremely powerful skill, and this doesn't even happen on swing. This happens when it's played, and it has deflect. So I guess that's for a secret rare. I guess you should be able to do that, but I just find that skill to be extremely powerful.
Little off balance.
Yeah, and then you're getting 10k power onto your leader. You're gaining quad strike. I don't know. It's hard for me to kind of gauge where this falls in the meta at the moment, but I just think on the surface, in red, when you're at 4 energy, this is free. Comes in, rips hand. It seems bonkers, but red has a interesting lineup, and it can't be played in what is currently the best red deck, so kind of interesting. I guess this will be good for the new support, the new Gogeta deck. But I'll pass it off to Angel if you want it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, on paper, that's a lot of scary stuff. The hand rip. I mean, it's not like you could also play Broly Crown. If they have 2 up, rip more than 1 card in 1 turn. The double bean is crazy, especially for the new Gogeta deck that's already going to spend 1 turn being a 100k, and then the next turn where you're tapped out, you can just double bean yourself. King Vegeta's imposing presence, your triple
Plus
bean
Baby
essentially,
Unison.
plus baby unison, you're quadruple beaned, plus plus
Yeah.
the SS4 Goku, you're quintuple beaned. Yeah, it's like there's I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I think they're just going all out. They tried to figure out the most busted thing you could possibly make, while still, yeah. This thing is absurd, and it's gonna go in so many other red decks too. I don't like the mono red restriction on the energy. I get why. I guess it's for the counter so that because red's like the only one without a real counter for everything. So you can't just hold all your energy up, play this, and quad strike your opponent in the face. But I mean, I guess you could hold it till 5 and play the Almighty Resistance or Almighty Blow, whatever that's called, the red yellow card. But
yeah, the counter.
yeah, I mean, I would have loved this in King Vegeta, OG. That would have been sick. But it's a no go. But still, great card, very scary. Bryce.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that with the restriction that we're seeing for the mono red Saiyan card, that we're gonna start seeing less mono red Saiyan leaders after this. Hopefully, I'm praying, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I do want to say that this is crazy. Is it gonna compete with Red Vegeta SCR? Yeah, I would. Quad Strike plus Double Beam for free is already good enough for an SCR. And now you can just also look in your opponent's hand and see if they have a negate. So I mean, yeah, why not, right? You're red, who cares? 8.5 out of 10.
8 point after all that.
All right,
I'd say it's a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, maybe.
Have to agree with that statement. I think it's in the same realm as Goku, where you have the standout red secret rare, and this just goes right up there with it. You know, right there next to it in terms of potentially being another crazy red secret rare. But final thoughts, everybody. Do they see play? Let's go.
Well, how does this one compare to Vegeta, you think?
I think this is more. I think Vegeta is going to be more of the niche play now. I think it's like, do I want a free quad strike or do I want a guaranteed burn
and board wipe? Yeah. The
Hand
unison,
peek,
getting rid of the
beam.
unison, the hand peek and double beam is what puts it up there with it. You're right.
And this thing, one of my, they already know, not a fan of the Boo unison. Play Boo on 4, just drop this, smoke it.
How's the smoke it?
Well, it doesn't have barrier, yeah. Unfortunately, that you can't do that.
Smoke it,
Yeah.
smoke it.
Well, you could. The thing is you could play whatever bomb you want,
Play around it,
and then clear Boo or whatever you want to do. You could play the big Goku. I don't know. There's 2 divine presences, and then this. It's like there's a lot of funny things you could do.
I also like that. It seems like every secret rare of the set has a unique art style. Like if you compare like the Bardock's up to
Yeah,
that,
looks like Z. Looks like Z artwork on Bardock.
Yeah, the Bardock kind of looks like those. What's it? The history of Goku and Vegeta, kind of.
Yeah, it does.
The God Goku looks like a bit older of a secret rare.
Looks like like the crazy early SPRs. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Vegeta looks like a more recent gold out boy.
The gold on the hair looks really nice. The detailing on that.
Yeah,
I do like that there's a Z and DBS and a Heroes card or whatever. That's a Xeno. Yeah, that's Heroes, right?
Yeah, but it's better than seeing.
I was gonna say that it is nice that each era is getting representation
instead of 3 Heroes SCRs.
Yeah, 3 Heroes SCRs.
3 Heroes or 3 GT SCRs. You know.
Yeah.
I would love 3 GT SCRs. By the way, that would be sick.
Chill, dog. You got a whole
Real
GT
quick
set.
though, humor me. This doesn't get played in U7 because it can't. Because U7 can't open.
Yeah.
I think it definitely does go in Gogeta. The new
Yes.
Okay. And then, so for the other red decks that are seeing play, let's say Bulma.
Can't go in
probably
Bulma.
the next best red deck.
It can't go in
Bulma because it's not a mono red Saiyan.
Yeah.
GT.
I'd say,
probably actually because that's
the big swing.
Because it goes wide, so you want to use all that energy to go wide, and then maybe rip a floodgate out their hand. Yeah. Pressure with this, and then poke them to death with the other guys.
Yeah, your boss monster in GT
or the boss monster. Yeah, exactly.
So
SSB Vegeta becomes the red control.
Yeah,
SCR
sure.
of choice, whereas this
Yeah.
becomes the red aggro SCR of choice. Is that
I would say so.
You also have to remember Zenkai is now a thing.
Yeah.
And the Sparking 20, I don't think the Sparking 20 was super relevant on Vegeta in the first place. Correct me if I'm wrong. But now with Zenkai, you're comboing a lot and putting in your Zenkai energy, you know what I mean? So how often are you going to be able to get the Sparking 20 off on your Vegeta compared to the overall 6?
It was mostly the board wipe. I don't think the dual attack happened too often.
I don't like that's what I was saying, but still, 4 energy is also a lot of commitment for red.
It's more for control decks for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So definitely the blue and the red one are going to see play. We can
Yeah.
all agree on that, I believe.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Bardock seeing play?
Budget option.
Yeah. It depends on what Bardock does awesome. If Bardock is really good and it taps out your opponent's energy, then this will see play in Bardock at least.
Yeah, we got to see the archetype before I say it does. It's only a budget option, but it could be an archetype, like you said. Very nasty.
assuming
Yeah.
there's no archetype? If you pull Bardock, I would sell it day one.
Yeah, fair.
And
That's fair.
real quick.
And I'll buy it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Real quick, before we wrap this up, I just want to go through and which one do you guys think is getting the God Rare? Bardock, in my opinion, Bardock kind of out of the question. He's not, that'd be sick. But I've seen a lot of people saying it's going to be Vegito. I think it's going to be Goku. We love Goku, Goku is my best friend.
Mm.
And
Oh, no.
Vegito, in this card he's not a god. Goku, a god.
Yeah, you got the God Key.
Yeah. Who else is feeling brave?
I'm
Nobody?
brave.
Alright,
I'm
Kazakh
brave.
Angel.
It's Goku. They
Yeah,
can't. There's no way they can't do 2 red ones in a row. And how many God Rares in are we gonna get before one of them's a Goku in the Goku card game? It kind of has to be, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they'll throw us a curveball and just do it again, but
Maybe
Yeah,
they'll throw an
it's-
ultra curveball, and make it
and it-
Bardock.
that would be so sick. But it's not
I'd
gonna
laugh.
happen.
I agree.
That'd be
That
awesome.
would be tight.
What you think, Bryce?
I think I'm really hoping it's Goku. I could see a big argument that it's Vegito. Just because it's been 18 sets since we've seen SS4 Vegito at all. But this is the Goku game. And the Goku has the set 1 tag on it, so maybe we'll see, since it is the set 1 SCR, maybe they'll give us the Godware and make that the set 18 SCR in their analogy.
All right, this has been Max, Bobby, Bryce, and Angel with the Turtle Club podcast, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Goodbye.
Goku's the God Rare.
Yeah, Goku's the God Rare.
Goku's
I love you.
Goku is the Godware.